Hi there. Thank you. Today, about unity of spiritual and physical. All is one, all is spirit, a truly egoless state of being. Where mind doesn't attach to anything, it doesn't attach to the thoughts. Everything is in motion all the time, becoming or forming and falling apart. Nothing to grasp onto, not even the concept of I or me or mine. It disappears into the thin air. Everything is just flowing. Nothing is concrete or material. Everything is coming and going, rising and falling, becoming and disappearing all the time. A true freedom. And it happens as a consequence of training the mind, spiritual practice. Mind restructures itself and completely lets go of everything, all empty mental concepts. And we can truly rest in peace and balance. There is nothing to become, there is nothing to do. We can just observe the way of things, inevitability of things, how everything is coming and going, becoming and falling apart. Everything. How life is not something concrete, physical, or limited to the birth and death, but something that's continuously flowing for many lifetimes, again and again. And just staying all the time, the still mind with the pure presence. You see, while we are training, while we are doing the spiritual practice, we sort of somehow separate spiritual practice, training the mind, from the rest of everyday life, where we sort of engage fully with mental concepts. But once we have trained the mind sufficiently that the still mind takes over and that the mind itself does not attach anymore, it all becomes one as it is. All is one, all is spirit. All is completely undivided. And the state of being is just like that, experiencing the flux at the same time as you're experiencing the still mind. The knowing, the luminosity, the charge of the still mind. It's all happening at once. So we are free and unattached to observe everything that's happening, everything that's coming and going, the way of things. And enjoy this well-being in a complete balance and peace of mind. All this I'm talking about is just trying to put into words my personal experience. I'm no teacher. I'm not saying how things are. I'm just expressing the benefits or effects of my personal experience or training the mind, because I think that there are people out there that can use it. They can put it to their benefit, to improve their well-being, just from the practical point of mind. And of course, there are many people out there for whom this is completely useless, just ramblings of some deranged woman or whatever else. But it's just, the purpose of this is just purely practical. Improve your well-being, improve your understanding of the way things are, understanding of life. The ongoing flux of all things, including I or me. And it actually happens by itself. All you need to do is train the mind sufficiently to come to that point where the mind restructures itself And then you really experience this true unattachment, non-attachment, true freedom. No limitations by this certain physical individual with certain characteristics, with certain ways of doing things, with certain ways of seeing things, understanding things and stuff like that. It just all expands. And it doesn't change. It's still, while it's flowing at the same time, while you're observing all the coming and going, all the flux. In the core, it's still knowing and luminous. And the more absorbed we get, the more luminosity, the more knowing reveals itself. And while we are moving around in this physical world that we perceive, we observe things, we understand things. Life becomes almost effortless because of this understanding of this continuous flux, continuous flowing. And the people around us benefit from the state of mind that is still, that is completely open, completely welcoming, completely non-judging. So coming to a certain level, even a small level of enlightenment, as we call it, and staying on this physical level, taking some sort of a part in this physical world is beneficial for our environment too, for people around us. And the life itself, it's at a complete ease. And the more of us can experience this on the level of the still mind and stay in this physical environment on a physical level, the more we can spread this peace and balance and deeper understanding of the unity of everything, spiritual and physical, in spirit, in continuous flux, in luminosity and knowing of the still mind. Take care. Bye-bye.